Uh, so we're gonna get started. I'm gonna just keep letting people in here. So if it looks like my focus is split, it's because it is. Um, but I want to make sure that everybody can join us this evening. This is strengthening relationships. It's part of Ignite, and that's what we're going to talk about is how we strengthen relationships of the folks that we are servicing and how we continue to stay in business with these folks. A little bit about me. My name is Floyd Turner. I am the team leader of a market center in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Um, and hang on a second. Ooh, yes, please mute yourself if you're not looking to add to the conversation or interrupt me. Um, so what I would say is I am also a KWU approved trainer. I am a bunch of other things that don't necessarily matter, as long as I do the right thing for you guys and you guys get the most out of this, like I was saying earlier. Right? Right. So, as I was saying, this is Ignite at Night, Strengthen Relationships. First notice is telemarketing, BTCPA in friendly in all of your communications. For your speed readers, please go through this quickly. For you non-speed readers, please go back and check out the recording. This says that all this material belongs to Keller Williams. Do not take this material and use it and say that's your own. Anytime we're negotiating commissions, we are going to do so in a way that lets the public know that there are no laws around any stated commissions. So all commissions are negotiable. We are going to do everything that we can and more to make sure that we're not uh, violating any fair housing laws. When it comes to canned spam, this is that disclaimer. Warning, when sending commercial email messages to U.S. recipients, you must comply with the Canned Spam Act of 2003. If you're not okay with that, please contact your attorney. AI disclaimer, letting folks know that, although you have been working out, you do not look the same way you did in 1995. Like I said, all this stuff belongs to Keller Williams, and these are all the places that they show up, and they are copyrighted. Is that the right say that? Copywritten, copyright. Don't steal it. All right, here's what we're doing tonight. We're going to keep every lead. We're going to follow up with leads. We're going to strengthen the relationship. I'm sorry, you did this already. We're at the strengthen relationship part of it in the lead follow up part. So you've done keeping every lead, follow up with leads, and we're going to talk about strength relationships. Does anybody not want to do that? Just kidding. Trick question. We're doing that. Next question. Does anybody have a problem with my sarcasm? Perfect. It's as much as it is for you, it's equally for me as well. All right. John, I love that you love it, buddy. All right, here's our goal tonight. Here's our agenda, I should say. We're going to establish the mindset. Then we're going to identify the goals. We're going to devise a plan. We're going to do recaps with ahas, and then we're going to show our daily system of success. All on board? All right, here we go. We're going to establish a mindset. Who wants to come off of mute and read that for me, please? Or read that for us?
Know that growth comes from clarity, priorities, and focused action. Gary Keller Shift.
Thank you, Cassandra.
You're welcome.
Have you guys seen this yet? What we call the funnel?
Yep, we've seen it.
Yes, we have. Okay.
Yes.
So I think the part where we're really working on is more down here in this client and referral loop, right? Because we're going to strengthen the relationship. And that, don't get me wrong, it happens throughout the entire process. But I think I really want you to focus on that four part so that we can have more of this happening and create more business. So who knows the definition of a lead? The answers are on the screen.
Someone you
Yeah,
have the right to have a one-way conversation with.
Yes. You've been paying attention. I appreciate that. Before I even got here, you did the work. I appreciate that. And go birds. Um, and then contacts. I'm
you
sorry.
have
That was
engaged in a two-way conversation. A value-based relationship has been established.
all right. So why are those two things and the definition of each of those so important?
The different set of goals during a conversation or interaction.
Correct. One of the things that I'll tell you is that when you're tagging your database, you want to know the difference, right? Are these people that you've put out information to? Are these people that you maybe you sent a text message to? They're leads, right? Somebody maybe gave you their name, but contacts are the folks that you've had to engage in a two-way conversation. They're a lot. They're more likely to do business with you than a lead will, right? Because you really had a one-way conversation. It's very unlikely that you're going to have somebody. I'm gonna get back.
Ice cream.
Gonna mute either, buddy. It's very unlikely that somebody's going to go with a one-way conversation and buy a house from you, right? I've yet to see that happen. So that's why we want to make sure that we know the difference between the two, right? Cassandra, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
You want to read this one for me too?
Sure. Focus on building relationships and take market share. Top KW agent, Red Talks 2018.
Somebody else come off mute and tell me what that means to them.
Well, I think it's like it says, building relationships. If you're, for example, for me, I have a farm area that I'm heavily engaged with. So today I'm making phone calls, and if I get someone on the phone, I'm trying to share valuable information with them in a way that kind of builds a rapport. And that's all I really am. That's my goal for the conversation. I'm not trying to sell them a house today or buy their house today. I'm trying to just share some good information and build that rapport so that now, maybe they turn to me when the time is right, or maybe I just continue to nurture them and, for however long it takes.
Love that. Here's my first takeaway for you guys. There's going to be a point in time where I say, what are your ahas? And if no one says this one, then I know you weren't paying attention and you don't want to be the teacher's pet. Anyway, no, just kidding. But here's the takeaway that I want you guys to write down. And it's in a situation like this one, when I'm trying to build relationships, a question that I'll ask somebody that is a contact is when you think of real estate, who's the first person that comes to mind?
Me.
I'm saying if you would ask a contact this, let's say this is somebody that's a potential seller or buyer. So if I'm asking, I'll give you a perfect example of how this happened for me. There was a time where I would frequent a certain establishment, and the bartender there, I asked her one time, and we're very friendly. I said, when you think of real estate, who's the first person that comes to mind? And she said, Flos McConish. And I'm standing right in front of her, actually giving her money at the moment. And I go, great. Well, why is that? She said, well, she comes in here. And I said, oh, I'm in real estate too. She goes, yeah. So what do I have to do in order to be the first person you think of when you think of real estate? And she said, you just did it. It was just the first name that I thought of, but I never thought about it as much as you're bringing it to light right now. So great. And you let me know whatever she tips, and I'll go 1% higher every time I'm in here. She's a 25% tipper. I'm a 26% tipper, right? So it's making sure that when we're building relationships, we're doing it in a meaningful way so that we're taking more than just market share, we're taking mind share before we can take market share. What do I mean by mind share?
So can I just, I
Being
don't know if
top
this has
of
answered that, but when you asked the question to me, when you talk about the mind, I wasn't the first person that came to mind when you asked that question. So I have to change my thoughts, my mind, and shift my thinking in order to, take this in because it hit me when somebody said me, I was like, oh, I didn't even think about me. I was trying to think of someone else. So that's what I think of when I think about the mind.
Right? Huh.
Don't read too deep in it. I'm still working
No,
on
I,
me.
I hear what you're saying. What I'm saying is I want the mind share of others, right?
Right, but
Yes.
I have to have the right mind share first in order to do that. That was my point. Yeah.
I need you to have the right mindset,
Set. Yes, that's what I mean.
right? In order to go get mind share. And with enough mind share, we'll take market share. Is that helpful? Better question. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
I see the thumbs up. Thank you. Okay. So, Cassandra, thank you for teeing me up with this one. Starts with mindset, right? Is that what we just said? It's almost like you knew it was coming. Cassandra, you can either read this for us or you can choose the next person to read it for us.
I'll read.
Okay.
Once you meet your new contacts, you either do business with them immediately or you don't. Either way, once you've met them, you put them in your database and stay in touch with them forever. Gary Keller Shift, page 81.
What do you guys hear? Or what do you guys hear when Cassandra reads that? Or as you're
forever.
reading? Forever, right?
follow up
Forever.
until you die.
Yep.
And why do you think that part's important?
Because you
Well,
never know when they're gonna need real estate help.
right.
Okay. I
It
love
might
that answer.
it might take that long.
It helps you focus on how you approach them because you may know them. I mean, again, you start off with somebody off bad, then that's going to be the wrong presence that you want to say with them. But it's somebody that you could continue to go do business with. They're going to remember you like, hey, this guy right here, was somebody that came from the front and grew with me.
Yeah.
So it's basically how you approach them.
All right. I love that. You're gonna grow old and rich with them, is what I hear you saying, Stephen, in a sense.
In a way,
And
yeah.
they'll also find value in you, because you've stayed connected with them through the years. Even if they've never bought a house from you, but they may have referred someone to you. So it works in a lot of ways to stay connected.
Okay. Marissa, I see you got your hand up. Everybody in the chat, I'm reading that. Thank you.
I just want to make a distinction about mind share. And a quick example is a girlfriend of mine, she markets herself excessively. She met a bunch of my friends and they were being marketed to, which is fine. And so they remembered that she was an agent, but they didn't use her because they found that she was too self involved, I guess you could say. So the distinction needs to be that they have a positive impression. Like she missed million. I'm in Toronto, so every house is very expensive, but she literally missed about $6 million in transactions because my friends were. I said, "Oh, do you still follow her?" "Oh no, too many. I don't want to see what she's eating every day. I don't want to see her running every day. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see that." And they yeah. So anyway, I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What I would say about that is you said that correctly. Like there's certain impressions that we don't want to leave, right? We're not gaining mind share that way when we're leaving poor impressions. We're just leaving a poor impression, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Here's what I didn't hear you say, folks, yet, but I would love to share this with you. Um, the reason why I want to be in touch with them forever is because although they're not going to buy a house from me every year they'll know somebody that is buying a house. And when they think of that person that they think about for real estate, who do I want them making the connection with? That's right.
Right.
I think oftentimes we get into real estate thinking that every single person is the person that going to do business with. And when we call that person and they say, no, I'm good, then we go, okay. But what I know for a fact is that you may not, I don't know for a fact, but I can strongly assume that you don't know every single person that person knows. And you're not going to be in every room that that person will be, but you dang sure hope that your name is. Understand what I mean by that?
Hmm.
So if Keisha goes to a party and somebody says, "Yeah, we're thinking about buying a house," I would imagine because I've stayed in contact and been in Keisha's database. She's been in my database, and I've been working my database. She's going to first thing she's going to say is, "Oh my goodness, you need to call Floyd." That's why we do this, right? Yeah, yeah. Questions about any of that? All right. Do we have the mindset down? John, you're right about that stat. Average person doesn't know five people that will probably move this year. Actually, 6% of your database will do something in real estate in the next 12 to 18 months. The other thing about that is even when somebody uses another realtor, actually better stat is 87% of people who bought a house said that they would use their realtor again. Only 12% did, right?
Hmm.
Part of that
Okay,
is not.
I have a question about that
Sure.
static. So rather, I think about the realtors that I've used before. The reason I didn't use them again is because I moved away. I mean, I can't use that guy from Knoxville. He's in Knoxville. I'm in Virginia now. It's not because he was, you know what I'm saying? I wonder if the stat's not skewed on that notion that people move away and then you can't use them again.
I'm sure that's part of it, Derek. But another part is that that person's not in the business anymore. That agent's no longer an agent, so you can't use them again, right?
And for me,
However,
maybe that agent didn't keep in communication with them, and somebody else stepped in and started communicating, and they were at top of mind.
these are all factors in this.
Right.
Absolutely.
Could have used them as
Um,
a referral.
so that's who just said that? Was that you, Keisha?
Yes, he could. The guy could have sent a referral, and he
So
would have made
Derek,
some
if
money.
if you would have if you would reached out to your realtor, hey, listen, we're moving. You can sell
Mhm.
this place, and I need an agent where we're going.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
No,
But
I get it. I
again,
was just I was just trying to be fair to the stats because I mean, stats will tell you anything you want them to tell you. That's, there's lies, there's damned lies, and then there's statistics.
So don't get me wrong. I'm sure you could skew it anyway, but what I know for a fact in my own business is that everybody I sold a house to didn't buy their second or third house with me, right? And that's on me for not doing the follow-up piece. I'm still in the business, and they moved into places where I service, right? So I'll tell you, I'll give you guys all the things that I've done wrong, so they can step in the same pile of you know what.
Hi,
Sure.
Floyd.
Yes.
This is Tokumbo from New Jersey. So, just because you are relocating, Keller Williams has a wide network. So, although I'm based in New Jersey, over the years, I've developed the mindset that all my family and friends, no matter where they are, when they think about real estate, they think about me. So I do a lot of business, like in places like Texas, North Carolina, Maryland, because they will call me first and say, "Hey, sis, you know any good realtor here? I'm thinking about doing this and this and this." And then for my many clients that have relocated from New Jersey, I sold their houses here, and then I would also sell them a house wherever they relocate to. So even if it's not a Keller Williams agent, let's say they see a house online they like, I will reach out to that agent who listed that house. I say, "Hey, would you like to do a referral with me? How much do you pay?" And that's how you get things done. As long as your initial agent, as long as you're the initial agent for that family, you need to keep in touch with them for life. So they know you as the friendly realtor who always sends them Christmas cards, sends them a text, and you will definitely have lots of business that way too.
Can't disagree with anything you said. I can only add to it, and what I would add is, along with Christmas cards and friendly text, provide them an item of value around real estate, whether that's the uh, neighborhood nurture, whether that's a newsletter that's stating what's going on in their neighborhood. We want to make certain that we're giving them all the value that we possibly can. Um, Takumba, I have to ask, what is your accent?
Oh, Nigerian. So,
Nigeria.
like for instance, all the people that bought houses from me like a year or two ago, the minute I noticed the rates went down, I contacted all of them, like reach out to your mortgage rep and see if they can bring down your rate. So even if it's a 1% bring down, right? They appreciated that fact that I looked at for them and offered that service to them.
That's huge. That's huge.
Like recently, something as simple as learning something from my plumber. Like recently, during the snow freeze we had, I texted everybody that, hey, make sure your water tap is on, like drip, drip, so your pipes don't get burst. And everybody did exactly that, and they all thanked me.
I love that. That is truly value. Thank you for sharing that with everybody.
You're welcome.
All right, now we're going to identify the goals. Have you guys seen this? Has anybody not seen this? Okay. This is our business. If you had to boil down our business, this is what it is. Lead generation, lead follow-up, and lead conversion, transaction. That's the simplicity of it all, right? Okay. Here are the goals. Convert contacts to closed business. Anybody got a problem with that? I didn't think so. Stay top of mind. We just talked about that, right? Number of agents interviewed before choosing an agent. When it comes to sellers, typically the first agent almost 3/4 of the time. With buyers, 3/4 of the time, they work with the first person they interview. What does that mean? Get there first. Get there first. For anybody on this call right now that's thinking, maybe I'll call them, maybe I won't. There's somebody's calling them right now. They're not waiting, they're calling them, right? So you kind of got to hope that your 15% as being number two works out for you. But you got a better likelihood of being there number one and getting it done. Didn't even mean to rhyme. Number three, leverage mindshare for business referrals. I think we talked about that. We stomped that one into the ground, didn't we? What are your ahas so far? Here's the thing with me too. I need three ahas before I can move on to the next thing. And one of the things I'll tell you is that your silence doesn't scare me. So I will sit here and wait for someone to speak. And I'm hoping that someone hasn't spoken yet to make certain that everybody is engaged and we're getting the most out of this and hearing from all the minds on the call.
Focus on building relationships and take market share.
Thank you, Tim. I couldn't say it any better.
Establish the mindset.
Starts with the mindset.
Sure.
I see Vicky in the chat said most sellers use the first agent to get, so get there. David says that the sellers and buyers use the first agent typically. Be first. Yep. All right, folks. Appreciate you guys all playing all in. All right. So we understand the goal. Let's devise a plan. What have you guys seen this before? This is what we call our 36 touch plan. The truth of the matter is, with the way that we're so interconnected now, it's probably not going to be 36, it's more like 72 or 90 something, right? Because we're putting out information all the time for our folks using social media, text messages, right? Smart plans. We have so many different ways to put ourselves in contact with our database. But just from the general design of this is you have 19 to connect, which is 4 touches. That's a quarterly phone call. Is there anybody that you dislike so much that you wouldn't want to hear from them 4 times a year?
Yeah, I dropped them from my contact list.
Smart. Derek, listen, that is the advice that I would give.
Not if they're gonna make me money.
There it is. So, 4
You're not talking
touches.
about our family, though, right?
Nice one, Warren. I, all right. I started it. 12 touches, monthly email, newsletter, market report, video. Yeah. If you could do an email more frequently than that, that's awesome too. Or if you're doing your newsletter, doing a video newsletter, something like that, do that more frequently, that's good too. 2 touches from promotional direct mail, such as a magnet, calendar, printed marketed report. So around here, people love when they get their Eagles magnets, Phillies magnets, Sixers flyers, right? So putting those out. The one year I remember I was like, I'm going to skimp back a little bit because I don't really like to spend that much money, and I didn't put out the Phillies magnet. You know how many people reached out to me and said, "Where's my magnet?" It was like a reverse touch.
That's funny.
Yeah. So when they don't get it, they get heat.
Yeah, but if I put a Blue Jays magnet out, we'll remember we lost the World Series.
You know what?
I'm just kidding. We got good teams here.
Yeah.
The Eagles don't matter. They don't care if they win or lose. They want their stuff.
They want their stuff.
Lloyd, you got a Dallas magnet coming to you. Just so you know.
You can send it, but it won't. The mailman will throw it out by the time it gets here.
That's Philly.
So I'll tell you this. And what I hear you guys saying are the same thing that I would love to see with your databases, right? Everybody got really engaged when we talked about that piece, right? Getting it or not getting it. Could you imagine if I put
Yeah.
out, like, Steve, to your point, if I put out a Dallas magnet, I'm going to lose business, but I'll get a lot of touches, right? I'll get a lot of people interacting with me. So yeah,
Mhm.
When you say a magnet, do you mean a fridge magnet?
the refrigerator magnets.
Okay, what is it got a clip on it or something?
No, it's just the whole thing is a magnet. It's got the schedule on it.
Oh, schedule. Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
Yep, yep. I mean, you could do the chip clips too. They have magnets on the back. Whatever's
Um,
going to be something that's going to, whenever time somebody looks at it, they go, "Oh yeah, Floyd sent me that."
I
It's
bought a
crazy.
bunch of I bought a bunch of Commanders magnets. They didn't stick to the refrigerator.
That's funny.
That says it all. That says it all.
My husband's a
Hey, good
Commanders
good point with the
fan, so I
sports
get
schedules
that.
though. With the sports schedules, like it's like be first is important for that too, because if you get three of them, the one you got first is staying on the fridge, the other two are going in the trash or being given away probably.
Right, right.
To be
So
early.
it doesn't just have to be the sports. I have one on my refrigerator that'll never come off. One of my top teams in my office did a conversion, so ounces to quarts to gal, whatever that is, right? All those
Mhm.
teaspoons to so forth. Because I don't know that off the top of my head, and I want to when I'm cooking, I don't want to have to pick up my phone and say water, da, 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 right? So I can just take a look. So I really do appreciate that. The One Touch is an annual event or party, a movie screening, like some type of get together. That is that's one that I cannot say enough about. Here's the hack for that one. If I sent you guys all a text and said, "Hey, we're getting together for happy hour at Chambers 19 here in town," would you show up? Maybe, right? The reason why I said it that way was not I'm hosting a happy hour, right? Unless you're going to. If you're going to buy everybody drinks and or buy the first drink for everybody, that's one thing as well. But an easy micro event are the people that you know that like to do small things. Whether it's, if you have a pottery group, right? Hey, we're going to I don't know, wherever you do pottery, right? To the pottery place. Feel free to join us, right? So you can do those micro events at lower cost by just inviting people to the place. Or you can throw a downright barn burning party, right? Because those work too. Understanding in those, you're probably not going to get a chance to talk to every single person. So be smart about the way that you're setting those up, right? Cool. So 36 to convert. That's 19 to connect, 36 to convert. We're still with those phone calls, right? 26 touches bi-weekly. We have a smart plan just for that. It's already set up. Just go put the neighborhoods in, bloop, send it. You're good. 2 touches with the events. So doing 2 touches, whether you do a fall event and a spring event, right? And then the 4 promotional touches, and that's a magnus we just beat into the ground as well. Some type of high value touch that solidifies the relationship. Not to say that people are A, B, or C, but you know who your A clients are? Those are people that are probably going to be making a move in the near future that have shown seriousness. Those are people that I really want to get that, stop with the Popeyes, right? Like, hey, I was just in the area, thought of you, and I know that you enjoy uh, Bagel Barrel, so I want to make sure that you got this warm bagel today. Have a good one, right? Does that make sense?
Mhm.
All right. We want to craft a question. I'm sorry, craft a message. Craft a question. We're going to use the six connection questions. Include a mofer. Shut your mouth. Make offer for immediate reaction or response, right? And how that looks is something like this. Oh, sorry, I jumped ahead. Guys, we're gonna do this together, and I'm not gonna have you jump off because, wait a minute, what's happening here? We're going the wrong direction. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Bear with me. Who wants to role play this with me? Or would you guys rather go off for 10 minutes and figure this out? I'm looking for one brave soul,
I'll do
or
it.
say that again.
I'll do it. I'll role play.
Let's go, Amy. All right, Amy,
Yes.
we're going to create a 36 touch plan.
Mm-hmm.
Can you commit to calling folks in your database 4 times a year?
Yes.
Amy, are you familiar with the DTD2 schedule?
Yes, I am.
Can we commit to using the DTD2 schedule for the rest of 2026?
Yes. Yes, I will. For all intents and purposes.
With the intent being that you're going to make more money, and the purpose is because that is what's going to help your future and your family?
Yes.
See what I did there?
Yeah, you got me to commit.
Yes. All right. So now we have how many of our 36 touches?
Um, Nearly all of them.
Well,
We're calling everybody 4 times a year, so that's five, and then we text. Okay, so at our place we call and then we also text. So everybody's getting that as well. So we've got five, right?
okay. So you're going to call and text them
Mm-hmm.
that. So that's 5 of the 36.
Right.
You guys play along at home here and make sure I don't screw up the count, okay?
Yes, math is not my strong suit.
Well, listen, that's why we have calculators and CPAs. Amy, do you use your smart plans that are already written out for you inside of the command platform?
I use some of them, yes. I love the neighborhood nurture.
So are those bi-weekly or monthly?
The neighborhood nurtures are monthly. And
Okay,
then yeah, typically I don't like to smart plan more than once a month.
all right. So we'll call that 12.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. What else do you do? What do you like to do? Hear what I'm saying? What do you
Yes.
commit to doing?
So I'm on a team and we have periodic events. So we have a huge event. Our biggest event is Cookies with Santa the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So that's always a fun touch point because, we're inviting our sphere to that. So that's one. Actually, sometimes that can be three because, we want to save the date and then we want the invite and then a reminder, at least that.
Okay.
We also do, it's really a community event that we just participate in and have a booth at. It's like a trick or treating. So a couple of these are, more kid geared. Um, so like the owner of the team and some of the core members are younger and have young kids. So some of us more seasoned people would like to really shift into something that's not quite so child oriented as well. But and we also do an Easter event.
Okay.
Valentine's Day, we reach out to everybody and let them know that we've made reservations in case they drop the ball.
Okay.
And a couple of raffles, like a Mother's Day and a Father's Day raffle.
Okay. So that's 8 more touches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. What do you guys have? What's the number so far?
13.
13. 15.
Okay, actually, I've got 25. So let's keep going.
Oh, okay. Well, that's true because we have the save the date, the
Yep.
invite, and then the reminder, right? So if each event is three, um, and then just periodic calls, like if there anybody's showing interest, then obviously I'm going to be more proactive in reaching out to them. My favorite people I'm inviting to do something, whether it's grab coffee or have lunch or come and hang out, play bocce ball at the house, things
Give
like
me
that.
give me an average on that one because I can't use random as a
Right, this is true.
system.
So probably, oh my gosh, like we do the whole neighborhood thing. Um, Probably about another 12 times a year. Let's just say that, another 12 times a year.
Okay.
But not necessarily for everybody.
Okay.
So so I need there's obviously gaps in my methods that I need to, bring it together.
Either bring it together or what you could do is micro batch them, right?
Hmm.
So the people that want to play bocce ball are different from the people that want to play pickleball. The people that are different from the pickleball are those that want to do the New
Movie
York
night.
Times, crossword, right?
Right.
So micro batching those groups so that you can have those even touches
Hmm.
amongst all of those based on what you like to do,
Right.
right? How hard was that?
It's not. It's not hard. It seems intimidating when you think that you're gonna have to do that, but then if you spend an hour a day, being really intentional,
Right.
you know, that's a
So,
crux of it.
and I mean, and I'm sorry to pick on you, but
No.
actually, I'm really not. I'm doing it out of love. Amy, what's your goal for this year for 2026?
So I'm a newer agent. I mean, I've been with the team for a while in a administrative capacity. So I'm a newer agent and still working an hourly job. So my goal this year is to have 8 transactions,
Let me ask you a question.
bottom
This,
floor. Yeah.
this just became our coaching call. Nobody else is here. The way that you prefaced your answer
Hmm.
lets me know that you've already given yourself excuses for this not to work.
Yes, yes, I know. But I feel like even though I'm making excuses, I also feel like I'm giving myself a lot of grace because with that, there's a lot going on in my life, but I'm just really, really looking forward to taking on more. As I get more off of my plate, I'm looking forward to really entrenching.
You do 8 transactions. How does that change your life?
Oh, it will be huge. I mean, the trajectory toward, retirement, toward, vacationing more with my kids. I got a big family. I want to have some money to have some fun with them before they all leave the nest. And yeah, it's do something to my house because I might never move again until I'm dead.
That'll be the final move. That's what we
Yeah,
do.
that's right.
But I just want you to you did say you're giving yourself grace, and I appreciate that. And I want you to understand what happens when this gets done for you, by you, with your team.
Hmm.
And if we can do those 37 touches,
Hmm.
I'm actually, let me ask you this question before I make this next statement. How large is your database?
Oh, it's not very big. I probably have 72 people in Command. I actually have two databases, Command, and then we're also starting to use Follow Up Boss, where I have like 20 something more, so it's not huge. But we are like a Zillow Flex provider, so we'll have some leads coming in, starting in, well, they're already rolling in, and I'm going to start transitioning into that as I let go of my hourly job.
Okay. Is somebody off mute that I can't see?
It's not me.
Well, well, it is you, but it's not
I
your,
mean, the noise isn't me.
yeah. Um, okay. So do you feel like you're appropriately set up to hit your goals?
Um, Yes, I feel like I'm well equipped to hit my goals. And why we're here tonight is to just keep our head down and, remind, like get more ideas on how, how we can be of value and, be in front of people without being icky or aggressive. Um, yes.
Okay. Was this helpful?
Yes, tremendously.
All right.
Thank you.
Guys, everybody thank Amy because now we can move on. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you, Amy.
Who knows what this next saying is?
I've seen
Goals?
this before. Um,
Who said that? Marissa.
yeah. Um, so I'm just trying to remember. I think it's basically involves like a work back schedule. So if you want to be somewhere in 5 years, then you look at where you need to be. I'm just throwing an example, right? In 3 years, and then in 1 year, and then in 6 months, and then monthly to what I need to do daily. Was that right?
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh, okay, good.
That's exactly what it is. So it's the way that we look at things is that, actually, let me ask you guys this question. What's the purpose of a goal?
Keep you focused, have a target.
Derek, say that again, please. I'm sorry.
Keep yourself focused and have a target. And they have to be reasonable goals. You can't be so lofty that's ridiculous.
Okay. You had me until that last part, and I'll get right to that because I think what you just said pretty much nails it. I'm going to give you the KW definition. The purpose of the goal is to be present in the moment. We goal set to the now, right? Is because we know what we're looking at, right? We understand the target, but we can't hit the target until we're present where we are, right? Understanding what we're doing right now in order to move forward. What am I doing right now that moves me in the direction of the goal? Today, if I wanted to walk to California, I wouldn't start walking towards Jersey. I'm in Pennsylvania, by the way. Just for the geographical folks out there, Jersey is east, California is west, right? It's having an understanding of where I'm going. The thing that I'm never going to make you wrong, Derek, but what I would say is I understand what you said about having realistic goals because we do want our goals to be smart, right? But I do want big goals, big realistic goals, right?
I concur. Just like piggybacking off of Amy, her 8 transactions sounds reasonable for a new agent. I mean, that sounds good to me. If she would have said, 50, and she's just starting out, I don't think that's a normal goal for someone who just got into this like I did 6 weeks ago. I'm not going to have 50 transactions this year. That's not realistic.
Agreed.
That's what I'm saying. Reasonable goals. Because if you set reasonable goals and you achieve them, then it's empowering. If you set yourself unrealistic goals, then you're always failing, and that's not productive. At least that's been my experience in my goal setting with my clients and folks.
I want you to set big, realistic goals, right? And this is what I'll tell you is I don't know every single person's market center, but I know there's somebody in your market center, and I'm sure there's multiple people in your market center that want to see you win. I want you to share your big goals with them. The people that want to see you win. Because here's the thing. If I want to make $500,000 this year, I'm not going to set my goal at 250. Because when I set small goals, I end up with small results. When I set big goals, I end up with bigger results. If I don't hit my $500,000 goal and I end up at 450, I'll be okay. I'll be okay with that, right? But if I set a 250 goal and I hit it because I was trying to play it safe, and some way, somehow I found out that I could have hit 450, how do I feel? Right? When I first started in this business, there was an agent, and I'll say her name's Laura because that's her name. And I used to walk by Laura's door, and she had a thermometer on there, and the goal said 10 million in volume. And I was like, I can't believe she put that out there. Why would she want everybody to know her goals like that? And I saw the thing creep up, and she got to like 8.5 million that year. And I was like, and I remember thinking to myself, like, huh, I didn't post my goals. Actually, I didn't set goals that year because I wasn't in the space that I am now. And I just took what I got. So I saw somebody wrote, how do you know if your goals are unrealistic? I'd work with your coach or someone in your market center to say, hey, has anyone ever done this before? And then prove them wrong, right? But the folks that work in your local market center are going to know what's realistic and what's unrealistic. If no one's ever sold 40 homes in their first year, right? And you're saying that's your goal, then that may be unrealistic. But if somebody's hit like 25, yeah, I want to do 30 because I'm happy with 25. Does that make sense? I've totally got off the point. Goal
Yep.
setting to the now.
Yep. That makes sense.
No, it does make sense. And I think that, you know, it's only an unrealistic goal if your map is unrealistic or you don't have a map at all, which is why the goal setting to the now makes everything that you put in mind attainable if you can stick to it.
Love it. All right. We did that with Amy. She took us there. Amy, we've also talked about the smart plans. If you don't know what a smart plan is, be brave enough to tell me now and I'll explain it to you. Love that.
What, sorry, Floyd, on
Yes.
smart plans, I know there's the neighborhood nurture. Is that also inclusive of like birthday greetings, Valentine's greetings, like all
Yes.
of those, like
Yes. If you have your contacts' birthdays in there,
yeah,
yes.
birthdays, like
Birthdays, home
you know,
anniversaries, anniversaries. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, because it's like there's so many holiday. I mean, for the, I'm in Canada, but when you think of all the holidays, right? Canada Day, Valentine's, first
Boxer's
day of
Day.
spring, Boxing, yeah. All those Christmas, some people celebrate Hanukkah, some celebrate Lunar New Year. Like all those can be touch points. I mean, obviously you're not going to send a Lunar New Year to a Jewish person, but you got to dial down what people would want, like what they practice spiritually or religiously. But
So, Marissa, this is my $1 million advice for you.
yes,
Tag all of your people so that you
right,
don't make those mistakes, right?
right, yeah,
And if you know somebody celebrates Hanukkah, they get a Hanukkah tag. If you know somebody
yeah.
celebrates Christmas, they get a Christmas tag. If you know that somebody celebrates Lunar New Year, they get a Lunar New Year tag. So you're not going through your entire database searching for the people that may or may not.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, even for like, I do handwritten, and man, it takes me a long time. But anyway, handwritten Christmas cards, but many are happy holidays because I don't know, what do they practice? But everybody likes to get a happy holiday, you know, uh, card, like physical card in the mail, I would think.
Not everybody,
Not
but I
every,
imagine
well,
there's a lot of people that do. And I'll tell you my whole thing, and I'm going
oh,
to give you 30 seconds on this before we go to ahas, and I'm going to answer that question, Molly, so I'll be right with you. When you send me a card, I low-key resent you.
You what?
Here's why. I get that card, right? I get that card. It comes to my office or it comes to my house and I put it up. And then at some point, I've got to pick it up and throw it away. And that makes me feel so bad. One of my agents gave me this, and it's been sitting on the windowsill for months. And then this Happy New Year one, I don't know when to throw this away because is it still going to be a Happy New Year or is it still, I mean,
Are you an environmentalist? Is that why?
no, I just feel bad. You sent me something that I'm just going to throw away.
Well, you could take it home, put it in a box.
Now I have a box full of, anyway,
Floyd, this sounds like a therapy session.
it really is, right? I mean, I told my one friend, I said, listen, just send me a bunch of toilet paper.
Okay. All right, I'll put that in a tag.
There you go. All right, I need three ahas so we can move on. Three people that I haven't heard from. I love the way you guys are playing all in.
It's easier to come up with 36 touch points than we think.
Yes, it is. Set big but realistic goals. Thank you, Bernadette. Attach your business card in the card so they can keep that when they got to throw the card away. I also can't get rid of cards. Thank you, Dana, for feeling my pain. Molly, I told you I'd answer your question. Thank you all for those ahas. What smart plan do you use? Do you send for holiday emails? When you go inside of smart plans, there's a library, and you can go through that library and choose the ones that you want to do, or you can create your own. Good question. All right, so I'm gonna ask you a couple questions here. How has your thinking changed? What ideas or mindsets were new?
I'll
Hold
go
on a
ahead
second.
and
I think
I'll
the
share.
volume on my computer is screwed up.
Why? Can you not
Oh,
hear us? Can you hear me?
I'm just kidding. It did not. That was just a way to make people talk. Go ahead, Bernadette.
I would say as far as thinking change, so going back to one of the first quotes we had where it's put them in your database and stay in contact forever, because I'm a transactional mindset, which makes me really horrible at building and keeping our relationships. Because I am like, I'll go to the business first and then we'll talk about your kids and your dog and all the other stuff later. Um, when I read that, I thought, okay, well, that has to shift me or is shifting me from that transactional mindset to that, okay, well, in order for it to sustain, to be a long and forever relationship, I've got to think less transactional and more, again, relationship mindset. So for me, that was the change that kind of that light bulb moment, I guess, if you will.
Okay. Here's some more good advice because I love that you were vulnerable, not vulnerable, but you were transparent enough to tell us that, right? Um, for someone like yourself that thinks about it like transactionally like that, what I would say is we're going to do these three things. We're going to activate a plan, we're going to systematize it, and then we're going to automate it, right? So what that means is you're not, it sounds like you're more transactional. I don't want to stop your transactions, right? Being sentimental, like I saw somebody wrote about me in the chat. Anyway, so create the smart plan, right? Systematize it so that we know who it's going to when, and then automate it and allow it to do its thing so that it's going so that you don't have to stop what you're doing in order to do so, right? Same thing with our 36 touch. We're going to just make certain that, I got to talk to that person quarterly. Boom, I'm going to DTD to it, right?
Yep.
Awesome. I saw some other ones in here. Amy said, people really don't mind hearing from me, even if it has been a while. Here's what I would do with that one, Amy. Come off mute if you would, please.
Okay.
Hi, Amy. It's
Hi.
Floyd. How have you been?
Oh, I've been great, Floyd. How are you?
I am good, and I'll be better if you accept my apology. I know it's been some time, and I really want to stay in touch with you, and I have not done that. Can you please forgive me?
Of course. And me too.
Well, I get that, but I just feel like it was a little bit more on me. Anyway, how are things going?
Great. Great.
Great. Listen, I'm here if you need me, and like I said, I want to do a better job of staying in touch. I'm here for your real estate needs. I'm here as whatever you need as far as things for the home because I think that you know that I have a nice size referral group that I work with. So if there's anything going on with the house, whether it's anything from the roof all the way down to the sewer, you let me know, and I can put you in touch with some people that are going to take care of you. Is there anything you can think of right now that you may need
Yes.
help with?
It's like your call was like sent from heaven because I'm having furnace issues. Do you know a decent HVAC company that you trust?
I absolutely do. I got my guy over at Golden Bear. He's actually the owner. I'm going to send you his number right now. And even more so, I'm going to do a three-way contact so that he knows that I'm sending you. And that way he
Oh,
gets
that's
to you
great.
sooner than he would probably anybody else due to our relationship.
Well, thank you.
You got it. Anything else?
I'm sure. Well, now I know if I do have something else, I'll reach out to you.
I appreciate that. You have a good call, a good day, and my next call won't take as long.
Okay. Thanks, Floyd. Have a
Yep.
great one.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Was that salesy, guys? Anybody feel like that was salesy?
No, it was like a well check.
Yeah, I thought it
Right?
was good. Like, I
Yeah,
thought it
it was
was
good.
not
It
too
was like a
salesy.
well
You
check.
definitely said what you needed to say, but again, a resource.
Yeah. So I want to be there. I'm coming from contribution. A lot of times in this business, we get upset with ourselves or we put ourselves in binds because we're under the impression that we're being salesy or we're out for blood. And if you think like that, then you are. But if you come from contribution and you say, this person has a need and I can help them with that, and I'm willing to help with that, it doesn't feel like you're out with commission breath. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
100%.
Awesome. All right. I missed one statement that I thought was good. I focus on hot, warm leads and forget or neglect to touch my stragglers. I need to touch my stragglers till they become warm or hot leads. Absolutely, because while you are not doing so, somebody else is actually warming them up for themselves. So that's a great point. Thank you. Okay. What do you feel differently about what was meaningful for you today? I feel like a lot of these questions are the same thing. Did we change your mind on any of this stuff? We have a vendor list. Amy, I love that. We have a vendor list to help us co-market, and our clients use them, so we know they are taken good care of. That's awesome, guys. Just know that, at the center of every real estate I'm sorry, at the center of every networking group is a real estate agent, right? You guys have all the hubs. I'm sorry, you're the hub to all the spokes. Set out, aim higher. Love that. Laura says, set more serious, detailed goals. Here's the other thing about that, Laura. I double down on that. The world, and Jay Papasan said this, the world is full of great goal setters. What the world needs more of are good goal achievers. And how do you become a goal achiever? It's becoming the person that has a plan for the goal. So I said, increase my touch bases with friends without even mentioning real estate. Be optimistic. Yeah, love that. All right. How will your behaviors be different going forward? What actions will you take? That's the question I'm going to ask. What actions will you take moving forward?
Well, to the comment or the slide where it said, like the first agent typically gets the listing or the business. I've noticed I get a lot of referrals, but if I'm not, now it's like I realize I need an introduction. It's not like, somebody just handed a card or said, "Oh, I have a friend who's in real estate, Marissa." I really need an introduction because if there's not a sense of urgency, like you said, somebody else is there.
Marissa, that's my biggest thing. And I'll say to someone, listen, it means the world to me that you know that I will make certain that the person that you're sending me is going to get the best. Could you do me a favor so that they understand that you know that? Please stop. Please, can you please do a three-way text between me and that person? The truth of the matter is, I've taken some of that work out of you, and I've pre-crafted a text message that makes the most sense. You can change it if you think that it doesn't sound enough like you, but I'm going to send that to you. And if you wouldn't mind just doing a three-way text with us and that person with that text, it's the greatest way that I've found that we can get into action quicker.
That's great. And do you find text is the most, people are the most responsive with a text?
For an introduction like this,
Yeah.
yes. If
Okay.
Because let's just play this out.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to come off from mute to do this with me and Marissa?
I'll do it.
Amy, I'm looking at you. All right, so we're gonna role play this, right? Amy, you're the person that is the lead. Marissa, you're the person giving the referral, and I'm the agent. Check that. You're
Okay.
the agent. I'm the person giving the referral. So I'm calling Amy with you on a three-way call and saying, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Amy, it's Floyd. I,
Hey,
hey,
Floyd.
I'm doing great. I'm here with Marissa. She's a real estate agent, and I know that you wanted a realtor. So, yeah, I just want to make an introduction. Is that okay?
Yeah, thank you.
All right, sure. Hey, Marissa, say hi to Amy.
Hi, Amy. It's a pleasure
Hi,
to meet
Marissa.
you.
Same, likewise.
All right, guys, I'm gonna drop off the call. I hope you guys hope this works out. Bye.
Bye, Floyd.
Thanks, Floyd. Right.
Pretty
Awkward.
obnoxious, really awkward, right?
Well, putting her on the spot at a time
Yeah.
that might not be she might not be available. Yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So no one likes that. Well, maybe someone does, but it's not me.
Yeah.
However, when I do the text, it allows Amy to say, okay, that's what this is about. I can respond in my own time. I can find my words, right? Marissa, you can jump in the text, in and out of the text, or whatever that looks like, right? And I just feel like that's the best way. In the event that Amy doesn't respond back to the text, Marissa, then you text me on the side and say, hey, haven't heard back from Amy. Have you? And I can say, oh, no, I haven't. And I go right back into that group text and I say, hey, Amy, I'm not sure if you got this, but I really was hoping that I was able to help you with this situation because I know that you had said that, blah, 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 right?
Right. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Because we're keeping everybody accountable to the conversation in a text.
Right.
Amy sends me a text on the side and says, hey, I already found somebody. I'm going to text you on the side and say, hey, Marissa, looks like Amy already found somebody.
Right. And I would probably say we'll just, sometimes it's good to have a second opinion.
You could say that.
you know, a second home evaluation. I often do that in Toronto because we have like 80,000 salespeople in Ontario. So, everybody's chomping at the bits, and I have taken over dead listings, right, as the
Listen,
backup.
Marissa, I love it. If you like it, I love it.
Well, you know what? I don't give up.
And that's why you'll be successful. All right, last question. What tools, models, or systems will you use? How will they make you accountable? I need one answer for this. I gave it out earlier, and if I don't get it, I quit right now.
Coaching.
What was that, Amy?
Coaching, accountability. I mean, I need somebody in my face.
Accountability could be coaching, and I love that about for that. Command and smart plans, yes, yes, and yes. Right?
Thanks.
Love that. DTT2, yes, work your database. Oh my God. I never want this call to end. You guys are awesome. It's got to end though because I got to get home and eat. All right. Success systems, right? We're gonna go down the we're gonna take this down the home stretch. Okay. How many people are doing this? Anybody?
Right before class today.
I'm sorry, who said that?
Pacifico.
Eric, that was you?
Yeah.
My man, listen, when you do this, you succeed. It's not
Learned
called a
it from you
success.
guys.
Awesome. This is a success system that works. As a team leader, somebody that has to recruit, when my everything fell off for me, I had to come back to this. Don't have to come back to this, just do it. It's a daily success system. Amy, go ahead.
I was just wondering, could you explain it?
Okay. So 10 conversations. Conversations are a two-way conversation about real estate, whether it's a text message, DM, smoke signal, phone call, right? Boom, boom. We're doing 10 of those. We're doing 10 contacts added. Amy, go ahead and ask that question. That's blowing. I can see it. It's
So is this like I'm sorry, I haven't seen it. So is this like like you tick it off like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you do the scratch marks as you're going through your day?
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. What's the next question you want to ask me? Maybe it's not your question. Maybe somebody else has that question. When I say 10 contacts added, what's the first thing you think of? Where does your mind go? What is this pessimistic piece of that?
In the database in command.
Good answer. I love all of you because you didn't say the thing that I'm thinking that you would say is, where do I get these contacts? So it's overwhelming. How realistic is this? So one of the things that I would say is, and what I did was, you guys familiar with geographical farming? That's where I started adding names, and I'd go in and get a name, address, phone number, email, anywhere that I could, right? Because I knew that I was going to hit Whitney Street, and I was going to hit all the 30 houses. So each day I put 10 of those people in, right? Doing some skip tracing and anything that I need to do in order to do that. And then reaching out to them in a TCPA friendly way. 10 handwritten notes. There's an awesome thing called AM cards that when you use that, it allows you to do cards online and then they get mailed and they look like they're handwritten. Your 10-5-1 social media engagement. All right. Molly, I don't use anything to farm geographically right now because I'm not in production. However, if I was going to, I would use RPR and the Remind app. Yep. Once again, talk to folks in your local market center to see what they're using as well because not everything is available for everybody. And then John says he uses Vulcan 7. Yep. All right. We talked about this. Do not call people that are not on the do not call list, please. The fines are yours now. KW paid a very, 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 very big one, right? The region's not going to pay for it. Your market center's not going to pay for it. We as agents pay for it. Cassandra, are you still with us?
I'm still here.
All right. I need you to read this for me.
Okay. I engage every conversation in the spirit of contribution, and people are happy to be in a relationship with me.
I know that is true. Um, when I talked about that earlier, right? And I gotta be honest with you, I totally forgot the slide was here. But the spirit of contribution, you're giving something. You're going to help somebody or help somebody's loved one purchase a home, which is one of the basic needs. Food, shelter, right? Yeah. And people are happy to be in a relationship with me. Love that. Have you guys done the role plays yet? Who is brave enough to go through a role play with me? It will not take 20 minutes, and I can get you guys out of here early if I find somebody brave enough. I love that. Amy, please do. Please say that to yourself every time. Mike, were you volunteering?
I would love to, Floyd. Renu here.
I'm sorry, what's your name?
Renu Gupta. I'm a new agent
Hi,
at Keller
Raina.
Williams.
It says Mike.
Oh,
It's okay. Your name is
sorry.
Raina? I'm going to call you Raina.
That's my coach.
Okay. All right. So, Raina, do you want to be the agent or do you want to be the lead or contact?
Whatever you like.
That's really brave. I said I need somebody brave. Raina, you're the bravest person that I've ever had on one of these, and I wish you the best. No, I'm just kidding. I do
I'm
really.
a new agent, so yes, I need all the good luck. Thank you.
Okay. So let's do this. I'll be the agent. You'll be the lead.
Sure.
Um, and you're just gonna run with it, okay? Ready?
Yeah. Yep.
Ring ring.
Hello.
Hi, Raina. It's Floyd Turner. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing great. I'm calling to make your day better.
How?
That's a great question. Here's how. I want to remind you that I'm your real estate agent. And what I mean by that is not just the fact that I sold you a house, but because I'm your real estate agent in all things. And I'm more of a connector than anything else. I mean, we'll say real estate agent because that's a tag that they give me to put on my shirt. But however, I'm the person that I want you to make certain that you know that if you need anything, I'm there for you.
Anything like what?
Well, I'm not going to give you bags full of money, but in the event that you needed anything to do with your home, I work with all of the trades that maintain and improve homes. So, is there anything that you guys need based on when I sold you the house a year ago?
Not right now, but I don't mind if you like to send some information over email. I don't mind looking at that, and yeah, we can take it from there.
You got it. Hey, this is what I'll do. I'm going to put in an email my list of contractors that I
Mhm.
work with. So in the event that you need any of them, you just reach out and let them know that Floyd sent you. Okay?
Sounds good. Yep.
All right. And everything's okay so far, basically is what I'm hearing with the house.
Yes, we had a snowstorm, so I'm good. My
Okay.
house is good, so thank you.
Awesome. Raina, can I ask one last thing before I let you go?
Sure.
Raina, who do you know that's looking to purchase a home in the next, 3, 6, 9 months?
Not in my immediate network, but yeah, I mean, if you can share some information over email or something, I don't mind sharing it. So yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do that. And this is what I can ask. Is it okay that when I send that email, I'm going to send it with a few lines on it? And if you wouldn't mind just filling out maybe the names that come to mind, after having some time to think about it, just knowing that I'm looking to be able to help people and go through the same process that you and I went through and having that type of amazing transaction.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, in the email, if you don't mind sending any of your social media or stuff like that, maybe your references or your, testimonials or stuff, I'll be happy to share in my network, Floyd.
That means the world to me.
Thank you.
All right. I'll be in touch. Thank you.
Happy to help. Have a great day. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye. I'm still here. I'll be here.
All right, guys, what did you hear? What did you like? What did you not like?
I'm a tough client. I can say that.
And I appreciate that.
I liked your sincerity.
Okay.
I like your not pushy nature. You were able to understand that, okay, I'm an email person. I like communication, but I don't like communication all the time because I'm working and, everybody goes through a couple of stuff, right? I'm just speaking my feedback.
So basically, you gave me your ideal form of communication, right? But my 36 touches, I have to call you 4 times a year. But I know that that's the one touch that I'm gonna get with that, and then I'm gonna follow with the emails that I promised, and probably a few more because it sounds like every time I try to engage, you said email, email, email. So that's your quote unquote love language. So yeah, I want to stay in that pocket. Did you guys hear me go? And this is typically the rhythm: deposit, 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 withdrawal. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Hey, by the way, who do you know? And that's the part that I really wanted to hammer down on, right? What you didn't hear me say was, do you know anybody? Why did I not say it that way?
Says you
Said
You
gave
are
him
it
a
giving
yes
sounded
or no.
indirect. You're
You
just
gave him a
trying to be.
yes or you gave him a yes or no answer if you would have asked it that way.
Correct. What we call closed-ended, right?
Oh, then did. Yep.
So the minute I say, who do you know? What does your brain do?
Thinking.
Makes you start thinking.
You start thinking to see who it is.
Right. Right.
And not only that, and when you said you're going to send an email, you said that I'm going to leave some space for you to give me the top 5 or top people that come to your mind. So you still gave her that option, even though she said, no, not nobody comes to mind, but maybe she'll think about it a little bit and she'll fill that out for you.
Right. Guys, did I do anything special like that anybody else on this call could not do? I didn't. Here's the thing about why I can do it, and I typically be able to do it on the drop of a hat, is because I've done it a lot. And it comes with practice. You want to be good at this business? Know what to say. Because hell on earth for a realtor is having the perfect lead right in front of you and not knowing what to say. Right? And that person walks away like they can't be pretty good at their job. They don't even know what to say. So get good at it. Is it going to happen overnight? No, it will not. However, when we practice it, we internalize it. Some people go, I don't want to look stupid. I'd rather look stupid in front of you guys than look stupid in front of a client. One of the rules in my market center is we don't practice on clients. Anybody here watch basketball?
I
Is
love
anybody?
playing as well.
So here's the thing. I watch basketball every once in a while. Actually, it doesn't have to be basketball. Any sport. Tennis, baseball, football, you name it, hockey. What do they do before the game?
Warm up.
They warm up. Have you ever seen an athlete just walk right out of the locker room, right onto the floor or onto the field and start playing? I can't think of a single one. And you know why that is? Because even though they're finely tuned athletes, they still need to warm up. They need to practice the act before they perform it at a high level. That's what role play is. So find your role play partner. I mean, if you don't like doing it, you can use your phone to do it. If you're on Siri or Gemini or Club, right? Just get on there and say, "Hey, I'm a real estate agent and I'm looking to practice role playing on sellers and da 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 da," and it'll go back and forth with you and give you every single scenario and objection based on how you prompt it. Is that helpful?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can we commit to at minimum role playing once a week? I have a role play partner. We meet every morning at 7:45. And she says to me, "Floyd, I love you, but I'm going to throat punch you into knowing what to say." And I say, "I love you too. I'm not going to harm you in any way, but I'm going to be pretty tough on you." And we go back and forth and we have high level role play sessions because it's really important, folks. Okay. I think I've harped on it. Who are we calling? Who are we communicating with via text, email, and otherwise? Actually, here's a really cool here's a really cool workshop really quickly. You guys ready for this? Did I lose you guys? All right. So this is what I want you to think about. In the event that your broker or your team leader or whomever came to you today and they said, and then we're going to actually do this, and they said to you, "I need you to have at least one piece of business under contract in the next 30 days." Who would be the first 10 people you would reach out to? Write that list.
Sphere of influence people.
I'm sorry?
Sphere of influence people. I mean, my
Yeah, I
connection.
want I want you to write the list of those people. Yep. We have our 10? Once you have your 10, give me a heart emoji, please. Thank you, Marissa. All right. Listen, that just because I start talking doesn't mean you have to stop writing. But I'm going to ask a question, and I mean this with my entire heart. First question is, have you called or reached out to any of those people recently? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, please. Love that. Sandy Madden, you honest, beautiful soul. Will you come off mute for me, please?
Yes.
Sandy, let me ask you a question. Why haven't you reached out to all of those people yet?
Well, I have been weaning myself from my job, my full-time job, and starting to focus more on real estate. So I'm starting to actually be more uh, focused on some of the systems and tools that I need. And I'm getting the DTD2 set up and getting more acquainted with command other than for just getting paid. And so uh, getting more active in there. So that's, and I'm still just kind of finding my groove, I guess. I don't know. But I'm getting there.
Okay. When do you think you'll get there?
Soon, I hope, because I just wrote down what somebody suggested. Get someone under contract within 30 days. Make a list of 10 people. So I have the list, and I've been working on them, getting them in command, and I have reached out to a couple of them already, just in like the last couple, 3 or 4 weeks. So
Okay. Here's the thing about success. It's not as incremental as we want to believe, right?
mm-hmm.
It looks more like this. Can everybody see my whiteboard?
Mm-hmm.
We start here, and it goes like this, and it feels like this, and then it's like this. The idea that we can go from here and then go like this, like this, like this, like that. It's consistent behavior. Keeping the
Yeah.
consistent behavior.
Yeah.
Sandy, thank you for coming off mute and being so transparent. I do it because I love you.
Thank you.
All right.
Love you too. This has been a great class. I've really enjoyed it.
I mean, think about how much more you're gonna love it when I let you guys out early.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So here's what I'm saying about this, guys. If you know you have 10 people, and those are the first people that came to mind when you thought about your real estate being in jeopardy, why don't we think about those people when we think about our business being in success or in thriving, right? Those shouldn't be the people that we're leaning back on. Those should be the people that we're launching off of. Your safety net just became your trampoline. I've never said that before, and I like it so much. I hope I can remember that one. Oh, I'm so proud of myself right now. Oops. I'm supposed to mute myself when I said that. Anyway, Keisha, that was good. Don't look at me like that. All right. So we have our list of 10. Everybody's going to reach out to those folks in the next 72 to 96 hours. Yep. Okay. Thanks. Sandy, you want to play? Do you want to play a little bit more, or do you want to pick somebody else that has to go? Oh, Molly, you're the sweetest. Thank you. Molly, come off mute if you could, please.
Okay. Am I there?
Oh, Sandy, I was picking on Molly, but now
Oh,
that you're
oh
here.
no, yeah, please pick on Molly.
Don't pick on me. Hi, Floyd.
Hi, Molly.
How's it going?
It is going great. Let me ask you this question. Are you willing to do a lead generation role play with me? Right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Molly, who's the first person on that list that you thought of?
To be honest, Floyd, I was actually struggling with the list. I know people that would want to transact in 6 months, but not 30 days.
So, of those people, my friend, who do you think they know?
That's a great question. I think that's something I have not dug into yet. I've been working on hitting my sphere and just figuring out what their current real estate needs are. So that is a goal of mine to ask more about who they know.
Guess what you're gonna do right now?
What?
We're gonna role play that.
Okay.
Molly, here's the thing about this. I don't care how many people on this call, right? None of them are buying real estate from you, so it doesn't matter what they think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So we're gonna role play, and I want you to try your best, and I promise that your best will be better when we work on it together.
Absolutely.
It's another one. I've never done that one before. Hey, Molly, put in the chat. I'm just kidding. All right, here we go. Molly, you're gonna call me, and I'm one of those people that that's looking in 6 months, and I want you to get out of me a name of somebody else that may be looking to transact, maybe even sooner.
Okay.
You say
Ring,
ring, ring.
ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, Floyd. How are you doing today?
I'm good, Molly. What's happening?
Well, I was just giving you a call. I spoke to you last week, and we were snowed in today, and I was just thinking, of a way to really help you. I was going through my emails, and I was noticing that I could send you some information regarding houses in your neighborhood. Is that something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, I think it would be. Um, like it is a snow day, so I got no problem with going through and taking a look at a bunch of houses. Yeah, sure. That'd be great.
Absolutely, that's great. Well, I will definitely add you in my monthly emails that are going out. It really is a great way to just have some information about properties in your area, and maybe there are some other neighborhoods you're interested in. I can definitely add that in. Do you have any other neighborhoods that you are looking forward to maybe exploring more on?
I mean, there's a bunch of neighborhoods that I can't afford, but I'd love to be able to see them. Can you send me those?
Absolutely, Floyd. I'll add that on. It's always great. You never know what the Lord will provide, is what I say. Well, thank you so much for just being able to take this call, and I'll definitely shoot you that email. And I definitely will not spam you. It's going to come once a month. Do you have any other needs at this time, Floyd?
I don't know that I do. I mean, can you uh take my dog for a walk? He's been on my nerves all day.
You know, I do love dogs, and I do have a Dalmatian. I really wish I could, but I
Yeah, I'm just
don't.
kidding. I think that's it.
Okay, awesome. Well, Floyd, if you need anything, I'm definitely the person to call. Let me know. I can definitely help with even just contacts around town. I love building community here. But before I let you go, I do have a question for you. Do you know anyone who's currently looking maybe to sell in the next 30 days?
Nope.
Okay, awesome. Well, that was not a great question. I should not have said yes or no. Who do you know? Let's take that back a little bit. Sorry, Floyd. Who do you know that is looking to buy or sell in the next 30 days?
Hmm.
Name the questions and closing the question. You know the difference?
Well, let me think about that.
All right, so he's basically role playing.
Who do I know? Who do I know? Oh, Olivia and John, I think are their lease is up. I think their landlord might be selling their building.
Oh,
It was
wow.
something like that. I don't know. Something's up with them that they have to move. Do you do rentals?
That is great that you mentioned that. I currently don't do rentals, but I would love to get in touch with Olivia and John to okay, wrong answer, I'm guessing, Ford.
Oh, my camera's on.
Sorry.
Keep going.
I'm a new agent. I'm still learning.
I
Sorry.
know, I know. I do this on purpose, Molly, so that it sticks.
Okay. Well, I currently let me change that. I currently do rentals, and I'm happy to help Olivia and John with what their next endeavors are.
Okay, perfect. Um, yeah, all right. I'll see you later.
Okay, well, Floyd, before I let you go, would you be able to connect Olivia and John with me on like maybe it's text? I would love to get connected with them.
Yeah, I got no problem doing that. I know Olivia works nights, so I won't give you her, but I will give you her boyfriend, actually fiance. So I'll make certain that you have his number and her number, but I won't connect you in a text with her because she'll chew my head off again.
Absolutely, 100% understand that. Working night shifts is not, definitely not for the week. Thank you so much. I'll definitely get in touch with John and see how I can definitely help them. Truly appreciate you helping today, Floyd.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Well, you remember if you need anything, you can always shoot me a call. Thank you so much, Floyd.
I love that, Molly. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Molly, that was awesome. Everybody clap for Molly.
Whew, sweating here.
Molly, are you sweating because there's an audience? Or are you sweating because you didn't know what to say?
This is actually my first role play. I've been trying to get some coaching, and I finally just got in touch with my BIC who is going to start that. So it's something I want to build and work on.
That's awesome. And I want you to do so. Can I give you my loves and will love more?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. So my loves were the fact that you kept talking in a way that was coming from contribution
Mm.
before you asked to ask, right?
Mm-hmm.
So keep doing that. One of the things that I set you up with was a couple of eggs in there. When I say rental, yes, I take rentals,
Okay.
right? You know why I take rentals?
Why?
Future buyers or sellers? Yeah,
Correct.
buyers.
That's a future buyer.
Mm.
Here's the thing about the future buyer. Most times that's going to be faster than your buyer clients becoming a future buyer again or a future seller, right?
Yeah.
So if I have someone that says, "Hey, yeah, we got to get out of here and we're looking for a 1 year lease," great. Let's get you into a 1 year lease. What's our plan after that lease expires?
Gotcha.
Right? So, I, listen, you're a new agent. I totally get that, Molly. Great job. Here's the other thing that I didn't say this earlier, and I should have said it earlier to be able to help you. I love the fact that you did come back to who do you know, and you corrected that because you heard that big nope, that big nope, right? The other thing that I would say is when somebody gives you the name, right, and then you did exactly what I want you to do the three-way conversation, perfect. The next thing you say is, "That's awesome. Thank you so much. Who else?"
Mm.
Right? Until that person exhausts all the names in their brain, right?
Gotcha.
Because next time I call them, I don't want to have to call them and say the same thing. Who do you know? Right?
Yeah.
I want to know all the people that they know, and I want to get in touch with all those people. I want to call with Molly. Molly, I want you to be able to call me back and go, "Hey, Floyd, thank you so much. I got in touch with John and Olivia, and we're going to meet next week. I'm going to help them find a place, blah, 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 blah. And I also talked to Tammy and Dan, and right? And I get to
Mm.
call back with all that good news. And how does that make me feel when I know that something good happened for you?
Yeah, that's great.
Right? So I think that's the part that I should have coached up on so that everybody understood that.
Thank you
How do you
so
guys
much.
feel about how do you guys all like listening to that, right? Molly just explained that she's a newer agent. How does everybody else feel about that?
She did great.
I think Molly did amazing.
And she did a good job. She did really good. She kept you going.
She
I did
did.
not feel she's a new agent.
Yeah, I didn't either.
And I want to backdoor that renter thing because my first clients were going to be renters. And turned to find out while I was showing them the house, they were interested in actually buying the house. So I'm working with them and seeing what we can do there.
Stephen, I love that. You know what's there's nothing there's things better, but there's very few feelings that are better in real estate than when you have a renter, and they say, yeah, we can do like $2,500 a month. And the question is, um, help me understand why you're going into a rental.
That's what I asked them. I said, what is your reasoning for going into the rental? Have you looked into even purchasing a house? What is preventing you? They started talking about credit and down payment. And so I was like, well, let's get talk to a lender for the down payment and see where you're actually at. Do you know where your credit's at? We have good credit. They just they're thinking about they need 20% down. That's the only thing that was on the top of their head.
And we know better than that because we work with our lenders, and our lenders have told us that you can put less down and still get into a great product, right?
Yep. Well, I'm a new agent too. This was my first client, so it just happened to
Well,
work out that way.
Steven, I love the way that works out. Keep it working out that way, all right?
Thank you.
My man. All right, folks, I did say that I was going to do my best to get you out of here a little early or at least on time, right? This is the survey. What this does for me is allows me to keep coming back and teaching these amazing classes to amazing people like you. Um, I'm going to give you the information inside the chat. This is Ignite. Uh, I do not want to send this to the waiting room participants. I want to send it to everybody. This is Ignite. Uh, my name is Floyd Turner, and I'm sorry, in person. My apologies.
Virtual?
What my class this morning was in person that I taught, and woo, he was doing so good till he got to the till he got to the end, and it's Ignite, right? So you'll find my name in the drop-down menu. Oh, it's all right there for you. All right, guys, you know the drill. We're the ahas. Keisha.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, here's the thing. Keisha, you make these faces at me, and
They're not at you.
and you're not on mute. So it's almost like you're asking for it. So what's your aha? Ignite 12, yes.
To stay connected in the conversation when you're with the leads, even whether they're cold or hot. Just continue to ask the questions, stick with them, and try to hold them so you can get an appointment.
Thank you.
My,
Keisha, I didn't see you pull out your phone to give me a eval, but I can see why you wouldn't. Tell you don't like me. I'm just kidding.
My aha was role play. It just gets the fear out. So yeah, it does help. Thank you, Floyd.
Thank you.
my
But here's the
aha,
thing. You got to come back to it.
my aha is how you ask instead of asking, do you know anybody? Because I've been doing that. Do you know anybody? To who do you know?
Yes. It changes the way the brain operates. Any other any others? Instead of looking at them as a safety net, they are a trampoline. Jamie, you really know how to get to a guy's heart. The wording has been a hang up for me, so these help. Thanks. You got it, Vicky.
Floyd, I have a question.
Sure. Sandy, you're right.
Do scripts help if I write something and I mean in the beginning, just for saying some data points, just instead of saying, do you know anybody, the actual verbiage? Because if I'm doing a phone conversation, especially.
Does a script help?
Yes.
100%. So here's the way that I learned scripts was I learned them verbatim, right? And then I learned how to chunk them, right, to get what I need out of them, basically bullet points. And then I was able to make it my own, right? Yeah. So
Thank you.
yes, Sandy, Phil M. Jones, exactly what to say, and there's exactly what to say for realtors or real estate agents. Both two really good books that can help you with the wording. Um, here's my other trick, and I'm sorry that I didn't say this earlier. The three things that I want when I'm speaking to people is I want to understand their motivation. So, Amy, why are you moving?
I need less bedrooms and less space.
Less bedroom, less space. So we want to downsize. We want to find a place that's going to be less maintenance. Yes?
Oh, yes, in a fun neighborhood.
Awesome. Why is that important to you?
I would like smaller utility bills and also a more walkable city.
Awesome. The next thing I want is a timeline. Amy, when would that work for you? When are you looking to be in your new space?
Well, my son will be graduating in 27, so that's my target.
Right. Folks, this is higher level thinking here. What she just gave me was a condition. Wasn't an objection, it was a condition. So we know that we have to do that on her time frame. Then the third thing I want is permission to follow up, right? So permission to follow up is Amy, it looks like that's a little ways out, and I want to make certain that you have all the updated information on the neighborhoods that make sense for you based on having, a walkable neighborhood and having less square footage. Is it okay if I stay in touch with you as things come up?
Yeah, for sure. And would you have any ideas of what I can do to my house to make it, ready for sale? Since I have, some time
Amy,
this
how about
week.
this? I have availability tomorrow at 2 and Wednesday at 3. Which one works best for you for me to come out to the house and take a look?
Oh, Wednesday.
Wednesday at 3.
Really? You don't mind? I mean, even though I'm not going to be moving for like a
What
year
I'll
and a
do,
half.
absolutely. What I'll do is give you a list of suggestions, and we'll make a punch list out of that. And over time, you can let me know as you tick things off. It'll be a fun little game that we play.
Yeah. Okay. You'll be my accountability partner.
You got that right. All right. So I just want to share that part with you guys too. That's the framework around you like moving into motivation timeline follow up. Fair? Useful?
Hmm.
All right. KW Cares, if you choose to donate, this is that QR code. Most of the money that goes to KW Cares is from transactional. So oftentimes after there's a transaction, you'll let your MCA know that you want to donate $5, $10, $15 to that. Same thing with KW Next Gen. This one dear to my heart. It's how we service young adults and making certain that there is a bridge between education and adulthood. Uh, all right. Prepare for next session. That's going to be qualified potential buyers and sellers. I love teaching that one too. Huh. Maybe next time. Guys, my information is in the chat, my email address. Here's what I will tell you. If you have a question about anything that we've gone over, anything that I can help inside of real estate, understanding that I'm in Pennsylvania and maybe some of our laws may be different, so I may not be able to help on everything, but I will help in any way that I can. Feel free to email me and let me know how I can help. I want to thank you guys for being here for me. I want to thank you guys and playing all in. I want to thank you guys for being here for each other, and most importantly, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here for yourselves. Is there anything that I need to answer before we jump off?
Are you full?
Yes.
Off topic. Go ahead.
What's your name
Go ahead.
again, please?
Floyd Turner. I'll put it in the chat again.
I was going to ask, are you Floyd C. Turner?
I am Floyd C. Turner.
All right, you got something coming in you on Facebook Messenger. Just look out for it.
Right.
It's not a magnet, but it's something else.
All right. That was good.
He wants his magnet.
It's going to be a big star. I can see it now. I didn't even have to look.
I'm sending you a Blue Jays magnet.
Please do. Please do. All right, guys. If there's nothing else, I hope that you guys have a great warm night. Talk to you soon.
I see
Thanks, Floyd.
I see Floyd Turner. I don't see Floyd C. Turner.
I'm the good
Floyd.
Don't request my cousin. He'll send you in the wrong direction.
You are the one with 1.5K followers, Floyd?
I'm sorry?
Are you the one with 1.5K followers? Check shirt?
No, that's probably the professional football player. You can find me at Floyd CT, or actually, I don't even know my handle. I think it's TGI.
Pivot Shift. You are in Pivot Shift group.
Oh, yes, I
am. Yeah.
TGI Floyd. At TGI Floyd CT or something. I couldn't even tell you anymore, guys. Hey, have a good night, everybody. Hey, I wish you nothing but success. Reach out if you need anything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Night.